Yeah. The Houston Brew. Huh? I'm back in this thing, it's a man. Brewmatic. Production. And entertainment. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. Murder's on a high, Jacob's on the rise. Understand one thing, either you live or die. Righteous ways ain't found in no one. It ain't no fun when your house shot got the gun. Mission failed, evil prevails. I see you chose. Accolades or escalades, don't beg, just fry. I'm telling you why. The message, repent or die. Time is ticking, quit tripping. The ghetto gospel is tried. Few are chosen, many are called. Access denied, no credit or debit. Righteous funds, dirty ones. Better yet, dirty bands, emotional ways. Counterfeit male, effeminate man. Yeah, we was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. From fishers to hunters, imagine the day. Mess around and found out, get flipped with spiritual things. What a shame. Now you wanna look at me like I'm wicked, silly rabbit. You missing no rapture jail visit. All of this for a name, riddle me this. Will you enter the golden gates with hatred on your lips? It's the thoughts that'll spark the murder within, but the act of the heart, yeah, God knows your heart. Where to start, tough talk, blunt spark, just to hide your pain, broken and contrite, hidden light. God knows your heart, right? Where to start, tough talk, just to hide your pain. Yeah, God knows your heart. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. We was called to lead the captives out of captivity, but we rather eliminate us instead of the enemy. Can't you see? It's the curses of Deuteronomy. Read and see what I see. Modern day Red Sea. Brakataya Washa. Brakataya Awa. Brakata. That means bless you. Brakata and brakatam mean bless y'all. Yahweh Mashiach Brakata. Wakam Mashpayam. Peace and blessings to everybody. May the Most High in Christ bless you all in this beautiful Shabbat. We got the young man but old man coming in with a new man coming to bring this message to you. So I'm going to put him on stage front. Let's go.
Oh, man. All praise and glory go to the Most High, Yah, and His only begotten Son. Peace and blessings to all. Peace and blessings to all. May the Most High in Christ bless. Y'all know how we do it, how we call the names out. Yahushua HaMashiach, HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, Jesus the Christ. May He be with you all. Shabbat Shalom. Man, I feel like it's been a minute since I've been in. So I'm giving all praise to the Most High that I am able to get in today. I've been missing the class, been missing being able to jump on. So we're gonna dive into this thing today, man. We're gonna dive into it. Got a message that's coming up. We may start a little series. I'm talking about Corinth, showing the things that Paul went through in Corinth, the way he taught, why he talked the way he talked, why he said the things he said. so people can have a better understanding of what was going on at that time. Because when we read the scriptures, we go through them and like, oh man, I wonder what that means. Well, I try to go in and do a little research on some of the simple things that we see in here to give an understanding on what it means. But so, we just won't go through the scripture, just be reading it. We see a word, they say this, we see a word, say that, and then we try to link it to today's term. Our understanding on it today's with the words that they have and everything, but we won't link it back to the culture of the way they were living back then and what it truly means. So I'm gonna try. It's just gonna be a couple of things. I'm gonna start on this. Just say one of the first test class. I'm see how it goes. We got a few articles we're gonna be reading today. Did you get them in a group? And 1357 ministry.
Yes, sir. I got all 148 emails.
Oh, no, we're supposed to be 149. Hold on.
You missing one. You missing one, man. You slipping.
But all praise and glory go to the Most High, y'all. Look, floor is open, man. What y'all young brews got to say? Talk to the people, man, before we get this class started. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to the people?
All right, there you go. Like I always say, Shabbat Shalom to everyone on this class. Hopefully you have been staying in spirit throughout the week. Hopefully everyone had a good morning so far. And, we're back with another Sabbath day class. And like I always say, hopefully y'all can learn something from it, take something from it, apply it to yourselves. And that's all I got to say. Shabbat Shalom.
Peace and blessings to everyone. Hope everybody been keeping it peace and staying away from foolishness. Thank God. First thing you do when you wake up, nothing else, man. Peace and blessings.
Hey, young man said keeping it P. You talking about keeping it player? I mean, I'm just saying, that's the young slang, keeping it P. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, all praise to the Most High for another. What'd you say?
I was gonna say keeping it peaceful.
Peaceful. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all praises, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What you saying, Aki? It was like you back there doing touchdown, field goal. You were doing something. I don't know what you were doing. Hey, shout out to the chat, to everybody in the chat. What's up, brother? Your host. I'm gonna try to go back through. Sis, what it brew like? Welcome in. Malaka, what's good? I'm putting it just on the chat. Y'all see the names up there, Sis, what it brew like? Yes. Up in here, shouting out to everybody that I can see thus far. And if you are coming from other platforms, across streaming from other platforms, and I cannot see you, just know that we love you for being here, man. Y'all make sure y'all see that sign at the bottom, like, share, subscribe, and y'all go ahead and tell the people what we are out here trying to do. Man, I just want to say thank y'all for everything. Honestly, it's a beautiful Shabbat, and man, the elder was talking about this little thing that he liked to do the rants. And so he said he wanted me to do a rant. So since he asked if anybody got something to say, it's time to rant. So let's rant. The rant is Father's Day. That's my rant. Because I'm going to tell you how I like to do things like this just to say, you know what? I'm not going to make it difficult. I'm going to make it easy. So all you have to do is just go into Google AI mode and just type in pagan origin behind Father's Day. Something so simple, right? But a lot of us we'll do that for anything else, but we won't do that for something that's gonna hurt our little our pride, or it's gonna hurt our way of life, right? That's just us as a people, unfortunately. Well, it says here, while some sources claim a direct pagan origin of Father's Day, linking it to ancient sun worship or fertility rituals, the established historical account of its modern emergence points to a more contemporary origin. So this is them trying to play it down, right? Claims of pagan origins. It says, some suggest a connection to sun worship because Father's Day falls near the summer solstice. Hey, y'all, what's today? Today is the summer solstice. Ain't that funny? What was just past Sunday? It was the so-called Father's Day, right? I mean, come on now. It's very obvious. It lines up very smoothly. It says, and the Son is sometimes viewed as the father of the universe in pagan traditions. Check this out, though, y'all. Here's the kicker. Other proposed links to the worship of pagan deities like who? Come on now. Considered by some as a biblical king, father, and associated with other little gods like Zeus, Uranus, that's gay, and Cronus. Now, this is what everybody going to. They're going to say Father's Day is only about this. The widely accepted story credits Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane, Washington, with proposing Father's Day in 1909. She was inspired by the national celebration of Mother's Day and wanted to honor her father, a Civil War veteran who raised her and her siblings. The first Father's Day celebration was held by Spokane on June 19, 1910. That's what they're going to try to go to, and they want to like run with that, okay? But no, that ain't what it is. We know it's a pagan ritual. It's dealing with the summer solstice. It's dealing with the whole fertility. Come on, man. It is what it is. Stop playing the games. Let's get right before we have to get left. Hey, he ain't trying to hear when he come with the sword. It's on you, Elder. Let's go.
All praise and honor to the Most High. That right there gonna go into. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, but more on the matriarch side of it. But Father's Day is something that we shouldn't be celebrating because, again, even if it was that what they had said it was when the first Father's Day was and all that, which we know these heathens lie to us all the time, we still shouldn't. Who is to tell you when to honor your father and your mother? Who dictates that? That just shows you that they have more control over you again. And we don't see that. We just go happily along, right on along with it. Don't know what we're celebrating. Let these heathens have more control over us when we should honor our father and mother. When we should think, because, and then if you look at the Father's Day that you just showed, when it do come down to this worldly Father's Day, what the father get? He might get a pair of socks, a shirt, or something, and then he got to go out there and barbecue the meat for himself. So it's all mixed up anyway. So we shouldn't be worshiping these things. We shouldn't. Or celebrating these things, but we let the heathen dictate our lives. But all praise and glory to the Most High that you brought that one out, because we have had some people that's in this walk that still want to post pictures of their children on that day, that never post their pictures before and all that. So we
that's right.
We know what you're doing. Don't play. Well, and then if you're trying to hide it, the Most High see you. He know what you're doing. But all right, let's get to it. Let's get our. We're gonna start off with Psalms. We're gonna get Psalm 16 in its entirety. We're gonna read it, and then we're gonna get our signature scripts right after the end. So whenever that Psalm 16 is up, y'all can just fall right into Matthew 19, 16, and 17, and Revelation 14 and 12. However it goes, just call and we're gonna read.
Psalm 16 and 1. Michtam of David. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, thou art my Lord. My goodness extendeth not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance, and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
All praise and glory to the Most High. Y'all just follow into it, bro. Let's get Matthew 19, 16, and 17. Give the understanding of what we follow over here. And then you just jump to Revelation 14 and 12.
Matthew 19 and 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do, that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Have faith in the one that told you, keep the commandments. Revelation 14 and 12.
Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Hallelujah. Keep the commandment of the Most High God and the faith of Jesus the Christ, Yahushua Hamashiach Yahweh, Yeshua, Yeshaya, however you pronounce the name, it all means the Most High is salvation. The Most High is salvation. And we know a lot of people get all what's called because they don't want to use Jesus the Christ. But hey, if you got a King James Bible, you see those words, Jesus the Christ. It's up to you in your mindset to understand what those words mean. So we're not going to fight and argue because we know we meet our people where they are. Now we're going to get into this class. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. We're going to get into this class. We're going to talk about the things that they were doing back then. Where did all this stuff come from? We know right now these people out here are celebrating this so-called Pride Month. But we know this is the Most High. This is the Most High world. Everything in it belongs to him. That's why you see over there in Tel Aviv, they getting hit with them rocket launchers now, with them missiles now. They getting bombed over there. They getting hit hard. But you know, if you look at it, that's where they hold one of the biggest gay pride parade ever in the world, over there in that part of the world. If you look at it, and it's supposed to be in the Holy Land, the supposedly Holy Land. But I can see wherever Hamashiach is, because he told them, hey, take off your shoes. When who was it, Joshua met him, said, take off your shoes. Where you are now, where you're standing is holy ground. Same thing he said to Moses when at the burning bush. Right now, take your shoes off. So wherever Hamashiach is, that's when that land is holy. That's when it's holy. Let's get 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. We're going to talk about it a little bit.
First Kings 2 and 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Show yourself a man. This is what we need to be doing. And I need to be out here. I remember a couple of years back what the Brews call them fizzle pops. Don't be out here acting like a fizzle pop. Don't be acting like you know. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. I see men out here, masculine men, dressed masculine, not all what's called, but they have some weak, effeminate attitudes. Man, the Brew was talking about it. A man has no business waking up in the morning in a bad mood unless he's in pain, physical pain because of something, or something is on his mind what had happened to him maybe prior before he even went to sleep. But just to wake up out of the blue in a bad mood with somebody to say you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, that shouldn't go with a man. You need to start watching yourself because you start seeing all this effeminate things coming up out of you. And we know what it says in 1 Corinthians 6. You won't make it to the kingdom. We're going to get into a little bit of that. But we're gonna go into the deeper part of it that talked about what they were doing back then, why was laws made up for this, and they shouldn't been going this way. I'm gonna show y'all a few examples where this thing come from. Again, like I said, when we read the Bible, we need to read and study it and get a complete understanding of what these words mean so we can fully understand the culture of things back then. Because most of the time when they take culture away from a thing, all you have then is religion. That's all you have. And now they can manipulate religion, but they cannot manipulate the culture that was set from the Most High God. All right. Deuteronomy 22:5.
2025. You ain't getting
Man, where you find that at?
What's that?
That's a new one right there.
What happened? I called the wrong name.
Man,
It'll be 23 and 17 and 18.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that one in. My bad. I must have forgot to put it in.
I be trying. See, I be trying to be organized, man.
My bad. Hopefully that's the only one.
Y'all see who the corporate is, huh?
Yeah. Hey, blame it on me. Y'all know I'll be slipping. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be slipping.
All right, we got it. Here we go.
Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
All this right here is talking about cross-dressing. If you look up the word man, we don't have to right now. It's gonna say a warrior, a mighty man. So a woman shouldn't be out here looking like a mighty man. You should be looking elegant, feminine. Shouldn't be out here looking like no, like you ready to whoop in the head. You shouldn't be looking like that. You should be looking like a beautiful princess of the Most High Yah, holding that softness that's within you. And a man, you should be looking like a man. Us that can grow beards, you should keep that beard on your face, that lion's mane up on your face. Your pants girded up, showing yourself a man. This is the way you should be. It shouldn't be no mix up. Man, that's a boy or a girl over there. It shouldn't be no mix up like that. And I see a lot of mothers out here, dressing their little young boys in pink. Come out, guys, and the shirt might say "Real men wear pink." And then he got long hair or braids in there. You can't even tell what he is. Can't tell what it is. Actually, and then you get upset. Oh, when they call him a little girl, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, that's not he's a boy. Okay, well, dress him like one then. Dress him like one. But this practice came from somewhere, and it just got crazy. Give me that one in Wikipedia, that third agenda I sent you. That's the first one article, and then we're gonna jump into the next scriptures. I want to grab them out of the blue letter. Yeah, grab them out of the blue letter when you get a chance. Because now, this is a thing that we have been discussing for a while here. We was dealing with some brothers out here that was pushing this third gender. There's no such thing. We can go back in Genesis and see what the Most High created. But we can see what all these things derive from. And I'm talking about brothers in this truth. So now you're saying the Most High created something else other than what is stated in the book of Genesis. So you're making it up on your own. But this is where it came from. This is what a lot of this stuff come from. Go ahead and read that from y'all.
Yeah, Con. Link is in the chat. Third gender. The link is in the chat. All right, it says here, man, I'm on the wrong screen on this though. All right, it says here, third gender Third gender or third sex. Can y'all see that real good? Do I need to blow that up a little bit more?
I can see it on my end. I'm hoping that the fam can see it on there.
It's look good.
It look good, y'all? All right. I just want to make sure everybody can see it before I keep going. Yep. All right, cool. Con. All right. Third gender or third sex is an identity recognizing individuals categorized either by themselves or by society. As neither a man nor a woman, many gender systems around the world include 3 or more genders, deriving the concept either from the traditional historical recognition of such individuals or from its modern development in the LGBTQRSTUV community, which can include third gender people as a what's up with these colors popping up? Non-binary identity. The term third is usually understood to mean other, though some societies use the concept to encompass fourth and fifth genders. The state of personally identifying as or being identified by society as a man, a woman, or other is usually also defined by the individual's gender identity and gender role in the particular culture in which they live. Most cultures use a gender binary having 2 genders, boys, men, girls, women, in cultures with the third or fourth gender, as genders may represent very different things to Native Hawaiians, Tahitians. Mahu is an intermediate state between man and woman known as gender liminality, part of a wider MVP FAFF spectrum. Many indigenous North American traditions recognize third and fourth gender people in a variety of ceremonial roles, sometimes categorized in the modern day under the umbrella identity of two-spirit to reflect the spiritual indigenous context of such practices. The term third gender has also been used to describe the Hiras of South Asia, the Fa'afani of Polynesia, and the sworn virgins of the Balkans.
Stop right there. Y'all see all of that he's reading right now. Y'all starting to see all the confusion that's when it comes to that when you start adding to the Most High. Everything is just getting confused, all twisted up, mixed up. You're saying, okay, well, all right, now let me go back and read this again. Now, hold on, what are they saying here? Well, and you see all the confusion, but if you just have the 2 genders, what we seen in Genesis, male and female, it won't be any confusion. It won't be any at all. But here they go with this, what they're trying to do. And then here they're trying to say, well, the Hawaiian and the Polynesian, they figure, okay, well, if you're not neither one of them, you're going to be this. So they were calling them a third gender, but they was called the man and the woman a different gender. It's just all confusion when you just stick to what the Most High has created. These things started way back then. And if it be through the Most High, I'm going to show you all when a lot of this stuff happened. We're going to talk about it a little bit today. Like I said, it's just an introduction that I'm coming in on here. I'm going to go back to the beginning of Corinthians, Most High willing, and we're going to pull the culture out of it to show y'all on some different aspects of why Paul talked the way that he talked. But all right, they got the idea on that one. I just wanted to bring that one out to break the ice to show what we will be teaching about today. So you can go from there. We can go into the blue letter, and we can go to Deuteronomy 23, 17, and 18, which the one that I had first that I shouldn't have. what you call them that y'all called out.
Hey man, we only called it out in love, man.
Yeah. Y'all make me feel bad.
Boy, this boy here, he gonna do a class on bed like this, and he over here crying on. Oh man. All right, Deuteronomy 23, 17, and 18. I'll go ahead and bring it out. It says, "There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even both these are abomination unto the Lord thy God."
All right, when we reading this, y'all see that it says no whore or the price of a dog. He'd be like, okay, what do the price of a dog mean? You know, we never go into this and read it. We just read on through. Never really get in the aspect. Why they brought this into here and they was talking about a sodomite, a whore, and I was talking about all these things like this. Give me right there where it say of a dog at. Let me show you why they put this in here and what this is. What is it called? And give me scroll down to the definition, the one that fits the whole context of the story.
Strong's H3611. Kelev.
Masculine noun. All right. There it goes right here. Of male cults, prostitute, of pagan sacrifice.
That's what we wanted right there. Of male cult prostitute. This is why they say it shouldn't be a price of a dog. If we don't do any research, we wouldn't know what they were talking about. Well, they had temple prostitutes. Go back up to sodomite in verse 17. They had temple prostitutes. That's why they stayed up on this at the time.
Strong's H6945. Kadesh.
Wow. You see how close that word is to Kadash?
To
set apart, to holy? Boy, that's woohoo. A male temple prostitute.
That's what sodomite is. That's the same thing as a price of a dog. They paying for male prostitutes in the temple. In the temple. This is all the way back in Deuteronomy. The Most High had to tell them about this because he knew what was going to be going on. They're following other nations and doing things. We're going to show the Most High say you shouldn't be doing this. So when we read in the scriptures, we need to be making sure we understand what they mean. And if any of you brothers got anything y'all want to say in this subject, want to bring it out today, just bring it out. The floor is open all through the class. So anything y'all want to say, man, just bring it out when y'all see anything. But when we read the scripture, we got to get the understanding of what it truly means. But now we see that when they say a price of a dog is you paying for a male prostitute in the temple. This is what the priest was doing. This is what they were dealing with. This is the foulness that they had. And the Most High was like, no, you're not going to be doing that here. Where are we? Let me see that I need to look up anything else in there. We already know what a whore means, so we're not even going to look that one up. They talking about the women. So let's go stay in the blue letter. Now let's go to Philippians chapter 3, and we're going to go to verse 2. Is that what I have next, right? Let me make sure I get mine.
Yeah, but not in the blue letter, but I get it in the blue letter.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
Hey, it's all good. Just a click of a button.
And Revelation also. I'm gonna get Revelation 22, that one I got next in the blue letter also.
All right, got you. All right, it's up on the screen. I got it, bud. I'll let y'all get the next one. Philippians 3:2. It says, beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of the concision.
All right. Give me dogs in that sense right there. Give me dogs. Let's see what it means. Let's say beware of dogs. When we read in the
Strong's
scriptures,
G 2965. Kuon. Kuon.
that's so close to coon, ain't it? But come on.
Very. Oh, cool then. Yeah. It says a dog, a man. Okay, a man of impure mind.
Yep.
An imputed man.
It's the same thing as that temple prostitute that we see. So when we see these words, make sure that we just go back and try to get some understanding of what they are talking about. It's an imputed man. There you go. Read that for Mark.
Con, it says here, in which last passage others less probably understand sodomites.
Sodomite.
So there's another way of saying sodomite, because that same definition is right here. A man of impure mind, a straight sodomite, somebody that is just, why are you gay?
What are you gay? Well, you might as well see right there with that Revelation 22:15. You might well click on it next. That's the next script. Well, you know what? Hold on. My bad. Go back. I'm gonna show y'all something here in that Philippians. Go back to that Philippians real quick. 3:2. Now, what was that word? Concision. Give me the word concision, so y'all can see that it's still talking about the same thing.
Strong's G 2699. Katatame. Katatame.
Katatame. In other words, stop being gay.
Yeah.
It says, hey, that katatame, cut off your mane, cut off the mane, to cut up, mutilation. In other words, you're doing what? You are making yourself a eunuch.
Yes, sir.
Cutting off your member, your manhood.
We can say and see that think this thing is a new era thing. They started making men into women, with cutting them off and all. This started way back then. That concision. So you see that even in Philippians 3:2, it's talking about the same thing: to mutilate yourself, to cut it off, as they're doing today. They were still doing the same thing back then. What the scriptures Ecclesiastes 1:9 say? Nothing new under the sun.
That's right. That's right.
Nothing new under the sun. Now let's go to that Revelations, so we can see what is going to be happening. This class, I don't think it's going to be that long. I'm gonna try not to make it that long. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit so we can get some understanding on it.
No, we would have been all right if you would have never said that.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, let me read this right quick. This strong was down here. It kind of popped up at me. Philippians 3:2, you was talking about that. It says, where Paul sarcastically alludes to the word, which follows in Philippians 3:3, as though he would say, keep your eye on that boasted circumcision, or to call it by its true name, concision or mutilation. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, you said where you want to go?
The Revelation 22:15.
Okay. Oh, you want that in the blue letter? Okay, gotcha. Keep talking.
Yeah, in the blue letter. It's going to be showing more of these dogs and what these people were called back then. What we should be understanding what they are now. You see, most females call men that's whoremongers or running after a whole lot of women dogs. But when you saying dog, or you calling a man a dog, the way they understood it back then, that he was a male prostitute, not selling himself to women, but selling himself to men. So when you call a man a dog, you're calling him a rainbow lover in this worldly sense, not of the Most High rainbow. In this worldly sense, that's what you're calling it. This is something, I was going through it and I was researching. I said, man, what does this truly mean? And it showed me right there.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Revelations 22:15. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Hey, go up to 14 for me. Let's see if it kept it in context so y'all can see. Yeah. Read 14 and 15 together for me, young God.
Come on. Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs.
For outside the city, Salakia, for outside the city are dogs. Now hit that dog right there. What that dog is? Is it gonna be the same thing as that imputed man, an impure man, his thoughts?
That's still that same coon.
Coon, that's still the same one.
Strong's G 2965. Kuon.
Same coon.
All right. Now we see what we starting to see what's going to be outside of the kingdom. When you get ready to enter in, these people can't get in because of what they are doing, because of the things they have done to themselves and to others. They will not be able to get in. They don't want to let it go. Come on, let's get whoremonger. I think it was whoremonger in that. Keep reading. Let him read that one more time, and then get. Let him finish out reading, and then give me whoremonger in the.
Come on. Verse 15. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
All right, give me that definition of whoremongers.
Strong's G 4205. Parnas.
Where did that word pornos come from? What word do you think of on that? We all know. Come on.
You tell me, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, them boys used to be on it back in the day, man. I'm a new creature in Christ. All right, but shoot, look at this. So it says, a man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire.
Look at that.
A male prostitute. A man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse. A fornicator.
All of these things, this is all the way in the last. We showed you in the book of the law, Deuteronomy, and now we all the way in the last book of the Bible, and it is still talking about these things. Still talking about the same thing. If you go in your scripture and started reading and looking at the research, I was was like, man, they talked about this all the way through. They was having all these issues, this same issue, all the way through the Bible. All the way through. These soft, effeminate men sleeping with other men. And you want to read your scripture and you want to say, okay, we know it's as the church have it, everything is so pure and holy, and we don't need to talk about that. But these are things that we need to be talking about in these scriptures, because I'm telling you, these things are infecting the black community on a level you can't even on a diabolical level, on a demonic level. It's affecting the black community. Anytime you have these things in there, your community can't grow. That's it. It's no more reproduction. It's no more producing. Everything comes to a stop, a screeching halt. And we need to push this more and more about what we should not be doing and our children shouldn't be doing. That's why I say do not let them watch that television, because every channel, everything on TV has this in there. Everything. I don't care what you watch. Even little Marvel comics things, I used to love watching them. And then next thing you know, here come they bringing that in there. Like, dang, man, you can't watch anything. Nothing on there. You hear what they do? What's going on with Tyler Perry right now? He getting a lawsuit on there because he getting a white man drunk and sexual harassing him. So and a lot of our people love his shows, love his movies, love his stage plays, but you didn't know he up here doing cross dressing, something that we shouldn't be doing. What we said doing in Deuteronomy 22:5. We laughed at it though, so they brought it to it through comedy. We thought it was funny. All right, where we at? We got whoremongers. We got that. All right, let's go back to 1 Kings. Let's go to 1 Kings. We haven't been there yet. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 14. We're gonna read 22 through 24. And this was going on all throughout the Bible. You just reading it. You go to the Christian church and they tell you, man, oh, we don't speak of those things right there. It's called. But that's why they want you to stay away from the Old Testament, because you go into the New Testament, you're reading about it, and you thinking it just means only that. But when you start researching these words, getting your strong concordance, going into the Hebrew and looking exactly what they mean and what they were talking about at that time, what the culture was at that time, I mean, we'll be amazed. And I understand a lot of us already been in this walk, and we pretty much understand some of these things. But this is why Paul had to preach the way that he was preaching. This is why he talked the way he was talking. You wonder why he's talking this way? Why he saying these type of things? Because we don't have the questions that they were asking Paul. We only have his answers that he was giving to them. So we don't have any of that. But if you just start back researching a little bit, looking at some of the words, you'll start to get the understanding of it, what he was addressing at that time. Because they tried to they sugarcoat it. I never heard this in church. I never heard the price of a dog was talking about a male or a temple prostitute. I never heard them discuss the sodomite in the church house. I never heard them talk about it all the years have been going to church. Never. So when you start reading the Bible for yourself, we start to get this full understanding of it. And then once we came over to this Hebraic thought of things, into this walk, and the Most High has enlightened us, He gonna really show you what's really going on with it as we read the Bible and go through it. All right, let's get 1 Kings chapter 14, 22 through 24.
And Judah did evil in the sight of the Lord, and they provoked him to jealousy with their sins which they had committed, above all that their fathers had done. For they also built them high places, and images, and groves on every high hill, and under every green tree. And there were also sodomites in the land, and they did according to all the abominations of the nations, which the Lord cast out before the children of Israel.
Okay, they just see how they just in there, and it said, and there were sodomites in the land. You giving no thought. Oh, they was in the land. And then you just keep reading, and they did according to all the abominations. What abominations? What abomination? What they was doing? They was dealing with sodomites. Judah was dealing with sodomites. Wicked. These things go down from generation to generation. So we had to be very careful in these times right now, because our children are the ones that they are trying to get. and coerce their mind. Most of us old heads, we already set in our ways. We know we're not dealing with those things. So they're not going to deal with us. Or if they already got you, they got you. But we already know which way we're going with it. Or at least I hope so. Because if any of y'all, I ain't going to say nothing. You said there were sodomites in the land. Now give me 2 Kings chapter 23. And we'll read 4 through 7. We finished that, right? Yeah, we finished it.
Hey, how many scriptures you skipped?
How many I skipped? Let me go to it.
Oh man.
Wait. Hold on. Let me go back now. Let me go back. Let me look what I sent.
Did I skip something? It's adding extras in that wasn't sent.
I'm like, I thought I was on point over here, man. Made me feel like I'm off my game over here.
Hold on, what I skip? Oh, wait.
It's supposed to be in the Deuteronomy, but these are the Kings' extras.
Come on, keep it rolling.
Okay, my bad. I see. I didn't add the Kings in there. It was me skipping Kings. It was
we know you're not technology savvy, man. We got
right. You know how I do it. I try. 2 Kings chapter 23, we're going to read 4 through 7.
All right, I got it. 2 Kings 23, and we're going to read 4 through 7. It says, and the king commanded Hilkiah, the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the door, to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the host of heaven. And he burned them without Jerusalem in the fields of Kidron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel. And he put down the idolatrous priests, whom the kings of Judah had ordained to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and in the places round about Jerusalem. Them also that burn incense unto Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the planet, and to all the hosts of heaven. And he brought out the grove from the house of the Lord without Jerusalem unto the brook Kidron, and burned it at the brook Kidron, and stamped it small to powder, and cast the powder thereof upon the grave of the children of the people.
Now listen to this, y'all. Come on.
Verse 7. And he brake down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord.
Now where were they at?
By the house of the Lord.
Now why was the Sodomite house right by the temple? Right by the house of the Most High? Why? These wicked priests over there making sure they can have their in-house booty as close as they could. Right there by the house of the Most High. You don't think the Most High was going to tear our people up? Something is wrong. While you over there committing those things.
Boy, get
that abomination.
Go clap some cheeks. hey, they used to have the you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all gotta think about this though. Why do they always have the little house next to the church? When we go in there, we go get the Sunday meals. You know what I'm saying? We go get the Sunday meals and go get the chicken and everything. Man, that probably was the room where the cheek clapping was going on. And you know what I'm saying? That's why they were burning incense to cover up the smell.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
Oh,
man.
Come on, man. Oh,
do you smell? Okay,
no. But you see, that's how wicked our people work. And that's because we was learning things from the other nation, where the Most High told us not to. Why y'all doing these things? I got you a blueprint right here on what you should follow. Where is that scripture? The Most High, God has made me an upright. Is that Ecclesiastes? True, we keep dropping it up. Yeah, made me.
Ecclesiastes 7:29. Let me pull that up.
All right.
Let me get that. 7:29. Keep talking, huh?
We don't, matter of fact, we just Bible opposite people. Whatever the word of the Most High say, we want to go the opposite way of it. And then as soon as we go the opposite way and things start to happen to us, soon as things out there, we want to go back to the Most High. Why? And then ask why. Why me? Why am I infected with AIDS or HIV? Well, because you were doing the thing that the Most High told you what was going to happen to you if you did. When he said that blood is going to be on them, he truly meant it. That's why that disease is a blood-borne disease. It's a blood-borne disease. We follow all the nations of people. They're like, man, when did this start? We see all the way back then it was happening. We can go all the way back into Egypt and show that it was happening. Like, man, this is, but we continue on following the ways of the heathen. And when we get our hands on something, we next level it. As wickedness and everything else. But go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7:29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
The Most High he gave us a blueprint on the way we should be moving, the way we should be going, the way we should be doing things. It's just like a manufacturer. When he makes a car, he makes that car to the specs that it should be made, so it can drive normally. You should get certain amount of miles on there. Your tires shouldn't wear out, over time. But what we do, we need more speed. We go modifying this. We put bigger tires on it. Now we call it the suspension to ride bad. We want to change everything out of that was put on it before. That is the way that we do with the Most High. Now, when you do that to that car, it's just going to wear down everything faster. You're supposed to get 120,000 miles on this car before you have to do any type of major motor work. But now you put all these modifications on it, you might get 50. You might get 50, and that's what's happening to us. We start to add things to us or do things that the Most High told us not to do. And now we just wearing ourselves down more and more and more. This is why we are more susceptible to these diseases and all these things. Because we're going the opposite way of the Most High. And it would deal with this. This is screwing up a lot of our people's mind. I know I heard it, so I didn't want to but I should have looked it up. But in that community, I think they have a high rate of taking themselves out than anybody else. I think in that community, they have a higher rate of that. In that community, there's a lot of domestic violence in there. Because you're not supposed to be doing that anyway, so it's not going to be compatible. The Most High has created you upright, but we sought out a lot of wicked inventions. All right, Doc, what we at now? Let's continue. Read verse 7 again.
All right. Verse 7 of 2 Kings 23, it says, and he break down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove.
So now you got the women decorating the Sodomite houses. or hanging things up around and the groves. If you go into the groves, you'll start to see what they was calling the groves. This was just wicked places that they was going to hide, and they're trying to hide their sins from the Most High, or worshiping these other deities or false gods that's out here. And like in what is it? I think it's Isaiah 66, where it talks about in the garden behind one tree eating swine flesh. Well, they're doing more than that behind that tree than eating swine flesh that we starting to see right here, right now. And now they're pushing it. I mean, you see it everywhere. I was talking to the brothers. They said one of the bridges over there in New Orleans, they had lit up with the rainbow. Right down there, I know it was last year in Houston on I-10, what they call the energy corridor. They had the buildings over there lit up with the rainbow this month. So this is but when you go out here and push the word of the Most High, they want to shut you down. Or even if you talk about it and tell them they are committing sins, they want to try to lawsuits or throw you in jail, or have you put out by saying hate speech. That's why we have to know what we're going to in the Bible when we talk about these things, because the law states that the Bible is the word of God. So if you're using the word of the Most High, they can't go against it. So we have to make sure we're doing that. That's why I'm bringing these scriptures out today. Deuteronomy 18, go to 19 through 22.
Gone. Verse 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of the gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
There's a lot of people out here telling you, like we say, I'm going to show you in Corinth, that they're bringing the Pope that just died. He was agreeing with this community. The Most High took him out. And they said before he was taken out of here, he was hollering and kicking and screaming because he was thinking about, he was saying demons taking him.
Feel like they got to him.
Hey, let me take him off the screen. We don't want to leave him stuck in 4K mode like that, man.
First he got caught with his drawers down last class, and now you got caught with this.
Oh man, don't do him like that, man. Hey, come on, man. Let him make it. Let him make it. Hey. He coming back, y'all. He coming back, man. Y'all bear with him, man. Bear with him, man. Hey, man. But y'all youngsters is crucial, boy. Y'all youngsters don't give no leeway. Hey, y'all went straight in like, hey, golly, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was me too. I was like, hey, yo, and do it, I got all these windows open, so I was like, oh, right now. I said, it ain't me. Right, so, yeah, while he comes back and gets his stuff back rolling, because I know he got a train of thought that he wants to finish up, but I guess we do a little commercial break while we wait on him. He should be coming back soon, though. Y'all just couldn't wait, but y'all just straight laughing mode. Oh, there you go, right now. Come on, pause the light.
Okay, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Man, they I guess they ain't like me talking about the little wicked Pope. Guess they ain't like me talking about him.
Hey, that's what Bart Abdullah just got to say. He said, shoot, it sound like last week you got caught with your pants down. This week you getting caught up with the little demons, man. What's going on?
Yeah, they trying to stop this lesson from coming out, but give all praise into the Most High that we be able to come on through with it. What we read, what we stopped at, where were we? Okay, even TDJ. Did we read it all?
Yeah, we finished it out. You was expounding on why the Pope was crying like a little girl before because he was with the
demon was after him.
Yeah.
The demon was after him. Stroll up to verse 9 for me. Go to verse 9 for me real quick. Read that one too. Just because they said we can do a thing, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing these things. And we know we shouldn't be doing it. They said, okay, they done made it legal. It's okay. Because, they had a few states, who was it? It was Louisiana and was it Texas? Sodomy was illegal. If you were caught doing that, you could be locked up in prison. But they brought the so-called black president in, and he came in and changed these things. And then everybody was jumping for joy because they were able to continue in doing those things in public now. I don't know, but anyway, let's get to Deuteronomy. Give me that Deuteronomy.
All right. You got it? All right, go ahead.
Yeah. You said verse 9, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, verse 9. Yeah, sis, that's a Bati boy. They call them Bati boys over there in Jamaica.
All right, verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Where the Most High has given us the land he gave us to, or even the land that he had drove us to. But this mostly happened in the Canaanite land when we took over. We took over the land of Canaan. And the people were still there in the land. But we shouldn't have been doing the things that they were doing. And he told us not to. Don't do the things that they do. I don't care what you see them do, not do those things. But what do we do? Oh, man, we want to go there and do everything they doing over there. Oh, they over there cooking them up. Man, you see how big them zebra ribs are? I want some of them zebra ribs. And they over there eating zebra ribs right after the Canaanite. Oh, Bambata. Give me that next article that I had. We shouldn't be doing after the other nations. That one that says, what I got on there?
Canaanites.
Right. Give me that one. Read a little bit of that article that show you what we were doing even back then and why. Where did we get it from?
Hold on. Did you say zebra? All right. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and I know I gotta blow that one up.
Monkey paws, all that. We're eating all those things.
This man, yeah. Y'all do know when we asked to support the ministry so we can send Eliyahu to the psychologist, man. I think this man got problems. All right, let's get let me blow it up a little bit more. Let me get some sevens on the screen if y'all can see that pretty good, or do I need to go bigger? If y'all could, so I can know if I need to go bigger or not on here. Go big or go home. Everything's bigger in Texas. All right, let's rock. I guess it's good. Okay, cool. Got some 7s. She said, my granny used to cook rabbit in gravy with rice. If we only knew. Oh, my goodness.
Sis, I ain't gonna lie. That used to be one of my, I was able to hunt, skin, cook rabbit and everything. Throw them in a pot, put them on a grill. I did all that before I found out that we shouldn't be doing this. Before I found out we shouldn't be eating those things. Barbecue rabbit, smoked rabbit, gravy and rabbit, squirrel, raccoon, all of those things.
Well, see, in Texas, we had burger pork, chimichurri, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't had to go eat all that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're in the city. You couldn't eat them squirrel and stuff in here. They smoking weed, crack, everything else. These squirrels out here, man. You couldn't deal with them anyway.
Man, I ain't dealing with you. All right, man. It says Canaan and Patriarchal Times Part 2. Part 2. She said that was literally free game. Y'all people be eating anything out there. Yahoo, you and H-Time now, man. I'm gonna need you leave them rabbit and squirrel and all that alone, man.
Yeah, I done left them alone years ago.
Let's go to Frankenstein's or something, man. God, let me get some of the wings, man. All right, Canaanite temples. One of the most important features of a Canaanite city was its holy place. Canaanite holy places have been found in Byblos, Ras Shamra, Lachish, Hazar, Megiddo. Canaanite temples were conceived as the house for the god whose presence was symbolized by statue of the deity or a sacred object representing the god or goddesses. Many Canaanite temples were tripartite. Each had an open court, an inner room, the holy place, and a holy of holies. The Canaanites also built altars on hilltops all over the area. The Old Testament declares that, like the Canaanites, the Israelites began to worship Canaanite gods.
You see that? Y'all see that, right? Israelites began to worship Canaanite gods. So once we know what you start to worship these other gods that's not of you, not of the inheritance that the Most High has put on you, you're going to start getting affected by these things a certain way, or getting hit by the Most High once he take his hands up off you. Come on.
Con. The Old Testament declares that, like the Canaanites, the Israelites began to worship Canaanite gods on every hill and under every green tree.
We just read that the groves and the hilltop. We just read that in First, Second Kings, and in Deuteronomy. That's what we started to do. And the Most High told us in Deuteronomy 18:9, don't do after them. You have your blueprint. Come on.
God. Associated with the Canaanite temples and shrines were the men and women who served as cultic functionaries called the Holy Ones. These were male and female cultic prostitutes.
They were what?
Cultic prostitutes.
So why do you think the temple, what they call the sodomite house, was right by the Most High temple? Right by the temple of the Most High, because they was following after these Canaanites. Even back then, we was doing the unthinkable, and the Most High say, "No, don't do that." And I'm gonna tell you, I see a lot of us, our people have children out here that they allow to go that way, and they don't say anything. Matter of fact, they condoning it. They telling them it's okay. Love who you want to love. Dress if you want to dress like a boy and you look a girl, dress like that. They telling them all these things. So it used to be one thing you had to worry about your son or your daughter going out there being promiscuous, having sex, and that's with the opposite sex. Now these days it's with the same sex. So you see your you got a son and he's hanging with some little soft, effeminate dude. Hey, man, bro, why you around that cat right there? Oh, that's my friend. What type of friend? What type of friend? Or your daughter, she around some little masculine looking girl, or she's masculine herself. We need to be very careful and make sure we're implementing this because we done left the Most High. Now we're following these other deities. That's where it's come from. Come on.
All right, Slocky, let me land me back real quick off of that cultic prostitutes. They kind of sparked the interest in me. I just here it goes right here. It says here, let me blow that up one more time. Put that on 200 mode. There we go. It says here, and you just have to talk about reading there on this article right here where we picked up a lot of their traditions. We started, it says right here, the Canaanites, it says the Old Testament declares that like Canaanites, the Israelites began to worship Canaanite gods on every hill and under every green tree. So I went ahead and looked up that cultic prostitutes, right? Cultic prostitutes, it says here, ancient Near East, the practice was prevalent in ancient Canaanite and other Near Eastern cultures where it was associated with deities like Baal and Asherah, the main two deities that Israel kept trying to follow. Israel kept going off and disrespecting the Most High, following. Going back up to this cultic prostitution, it says, also known as sacred temple prostitution, which you were speaking about earlier, refers to the practice of paid sexual intercourse performed as part of religious worship, often as a fertility rite or a symbolic act of devotion to a deity, Baal or Asherah. While the practice is mentioned in various historical and religious texts, its prevalence and exact nature are debated among scholars. It still stands till today. But back to it.
Where do y'all think we learned this from? We bringing it out to you today. This is where Israel learned these things from. It was never part of us. But the Most High had to put it in his laws because he knew the mindset of his people. She gonna lose some. I know I'm gonna lose some. Which 2/3 got to go. And these are the ones that's following this practice. And they're pushing it today. They done made a whole month of it. A whole month of it out here. And why would they pick the month that the same Juneteenth is on? Why would they pick that month?
Because niggas gay.
You
my
see,
bad. I thought I was mute. My fault, y'all.
You see, they continue on bringing things to be associated with us because they know once you give it to them Negroes, they're gonna turn up. They're gonna show out. Let their hair down and everything else. And that's what we do. They know. Just let's put some music and give it to them, and they're gonna have fun with it. And all we got to do is make sure that we are there to support them. And once we see the other nation supporting us in a thing, we acting like they are our best friends. We love them to death, even in our wickedness. We got to stop this, man. We got to stop this.
What she said. I mean that our gay be the most flamboyant too.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
All right, back to the article. Starting back here, it says associated with the Canaanite temples and shrines were the men and women who served as cultic functionaries called the Holy Ones. These were male and female cultic prostitutes who played a central role in the fertility religion of the Canaanites. The prophet Hosea decried these pagan practices when he claimed that in their apostasy, the men of Israel consort with harlots and sacrifice with shrine prostitutes in Hosea 4:14. Sacred or cultic prostitution was practiced in order to ensure the fertility of the land, fertility of the field, flock, and family was thought to depend upon the sexual relations between Baal and Anath or Asherah. According to a pattern of sympathetic magic, the worshippers of Baal imitated the actions they desired Baal to perform. Thus, male and female worshippers engaged in sacred sexual acts in the temple in order to assure for themselves the blessings of nature. Hold on, man, real quick.
Bring it up.
You remember, I don't know if you remember back in the day when I did a segment, and I never really got a chance to really present it, but remember we talked about Baal Peor worship?
Yes, sir.
And they was doing worship to Baal and Peor, and that goes right back into what they call today twerking.
Yep.
Twerking and presenting they buttocks.
They derriere.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just reading that just sparked that back in my brain one more again. You want me to keep going or what?
No, we can drop that one. I think they got the gist of it, showing where we got it from. We're gonna read a little bit more on it. Go to the next one.
All right, come. The next one is gonna be the hermeneutics of abomination on gay men, Canaanites, and biblical interpretation. All right, dropping the link in the chat just in case y'all want to go back to it. And if y'all understand too, the Canaanites also was one of the main ones that was in Egypt. It wasn't. We already know it wasn't no white people out there like that. So it's mainly those Egyptians. So now you see why a lot of the Egyptians or people that's into Egyptology is real big into being gay. Bottom line to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was gonna bring some of that out, but I said it's gonna be a little bit too much. What you call it today? So I think I stuck with these because these right here pretty much got right to the point of it.
All right, that's big enough on the screen for everybody. I look like it's pretty big. So, all right, it says here abstract. A number of readers have claimed that injunctions against male homosexuality in the Hebrew Bible are aimed to cultic prostitution. There goes that word again. Supposedly practiced by non-Israelites. Yeah, that was practiced by Israelites too. Mm-hmm. Although several scholars have questioned the historical basis for this claim, less attention has been given to the ideological assumptions that underlie the hermetic argument.
Hermeneutic. Uh-huh.
I don't care, man. It was close enough. While cultic prostitutes may or may not have existed, the Hebrew Bible does attempt to link non-Israelite populations to sexual practices that are considered unacceptable by its authors.
All right, stop right there. Again, even when we're doing our research, you see how they try to slip their little stuff in. Oh, it might happen. Oh, we don't know if it happened or not. Well, we got the Bible right here now. We can read now, Master. And the Bible told us we shouldn't be doing those things, and we're strictly against it. So if the Bible talked about it or mentioned it back then, a man shouldn't lie with another man as he lied with a woman. It's an abomination. If the Bible mentioned that back then, that means somebody back then was doing these things, because we would have not been told not to do them. We wouldn't have to be told not to do them. So somebody back then was doing these things. So they can slip their little words in here. Oh, it may not have been practiced. We know that these people were wicked back then, and we just read that Judah would even did the same wicked thing that they were doing, and we're still doing it today, and we're defended to the fullest. Love is love. Love who you want to love. All these things. we will defend it, but we need to make sure that we do not let them bring this. Oh, it wasn't nothing happening there. They'll slip, they let easy talk in, but we got the Bible now. We can read it. We can look these words up. We can get some basic all you need is just a little basic comprehension and just read it to the fullest. And you'll see how wicked our people were falling after these other nations. Come on.
Con. All right. It says here. Oh, right there. It says this attempt is an example of a common rhetorical move whereby the other is defined in relation to deviant sexual practice. Ironically, gay readers who rely upon this, say that word,
hermeneutic
strategy participate in a process already begun in the Hebrew Bible and take it further by its readers, in which sexual practice becomes the basis for insult, stereotyping, and condemnation.
Condemnation for sure.
Condemnation for sure. Since the reliance upon such a common mode of ethnic stereotyping cannot be accepted. Gay and gay affirmative readers need to replace such a
hermeneutics
of abomination with the critical study of the relations between gender ideologies and assumptions about sexual practice that are presupposed by the biblical text. Man, when have you ever seen the word presupposed? I'm just saying.
Most of these ain't no every. That was it right there. That was it right there. Let's get some scripture, man. Let's get some scripture real quick. Let's see. Now we're going to get into Corinth. Now we're going to get into Corinth a little bit. And after this Corinth, we're going to read a few more articles to see what Paul was talking about. And then we're going to read 1 Corinthians 11, 1 through 16 after then. And we should be done with the class, I believe. No, I got a couple more, but we'll be all pretty much done with the class. But let's get Corinthians. What I got? 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 12.
All right, did you that precept?
Which one? Did I miss one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, my brother Esaias. Shalom up. That's my arc right there.
Hold on, right quick. Let me get it on the screen real quickly. 5 and 20. It says.
Oh, go ahead.
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yes, sir. It wasn't on the screen. Yeah, it wasn't on the screen, but it's all good. And like we do. That's something we do. Even just in our everyday talk, we see a car. Oh man, that's a bad car right there. That's the way we used to call these things. Or oh girl, bad. Or what's up, fool? All these things we should, and we was saying these with words of endurement, but we wasn't supposed to be saying it because they tell us not to call no one a fool. But we switched it up again. Bible opposite people. We calling good bad and bad good. Let's get it up.
1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. And such were some of you, but ye are washed.
You heard that Paul said some of y'all was gay. Come on. Can you read?
And such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Jesus, and by the Spirit of our God. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any.
In the world, go back up to verse, what was it? Was it 9? Read to verse 9. Why do you he had to stress this? Where it says from the abuse himself with mankind, nor effeminate. That's twice. That's what said twice. Give me the and I think we looked it up one time before. Fornicators, neither fornicators. He had to say that again too. It's gonna say that. I believe it's gonna say that. Was it the same word as that pornos?
Oh, fornicators, yeah, fornicators is pornos.
It's the same. We don't have to go to it. I think we looked it up before. So that it again, he kept mentioning that. He mentioned that in that verse 3 times because he know the wickedness of what our people were doing right there, and that's what he had to deal with back then. This is the Greek. This is the Greek or Romo-Greco captivity. I think we was under at that time, but the Greeks was over a lot of these things. Like I said, I brought out a book we had before, how they invented this exercise thing, and they used to wrestle naked. So they was into wicked stuff. What we got next? All right, let's get the next article. We gonna this right here gonna be article heavy real quick. We're gonna get you a couple of things and showing y'all now we're into Corinth of what the people were doing back then.
All right, link is inside the chat. Link is inside the chat. All right, make sure this is blown up. Okay, yeah, it's at 200. All right, so we article on the galley. A galleus, plural is galley, single is gallus. A gallus was a eunuch priest of the Phrygian goddess Cybele, Magna Mater in Rome, and her consort Attis, whose worship was incorporated into the state of religious practices of ancient Rome.
Give me origins. See what it said. There you go.
Origins. Cybele, is it Cybele or Sibylle? Because it sounds like that. Remember that one scripture said one say Sibylle, other say Sibylle.
Oh yeah.
It would kind of remind me of when I read it. But anyways, Cybele's coat may have originated in Mesopotamia, arriving in Greece around 300 BCE.
They see how far that is. You know, said like you say BC. We talked about that before Christ, or if you're non-religious, before the common era. Oh, come on.
Ooh, check this out. It said it originally kept its sacred symbol, a black meteorite, in a temple called Megalician in Pessinus in modern Turkey.
Man, I hope it ain't the cobblestone. That's supposed to be
what
a
I'm saying? Hey, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's that. Sheesh. The earliest, I mean, just think about it. They all cover themselves up too.
Yep.
They cover themselves up. They walk around in little skirts. I mean, whatever. The earliest surviving references to the galley come from the Greek Athology, a 10th century compilation of early material where several epigrams mention or clearly allude to their castrated state. Ugh.
To their castrated state. That's the mutilation that they are doing to themselves. That's what they're doing to themselves. Come on.
God. Stephanus Byzantius, whatever, said the name came from King Gallus, while Ovid said it derived from the Gallus River in Phrygia. The same word, Gallus singular, Galli plural, was used by the Romans to refer to Celts or Celts to roosters. Okay. I want to see something right quick. I can give you a little to the people. So the Celts or Celts people were a collection of Indo-European people in Europe and Anatolia, identified by their use of Celtic languages and other cultural similarities. Major Celtic groups include the Gauls, a lot of those, what's the Italians and stuff right there, and Celtiberians and Galatia of Iberia. Okay. Yep. I just want to see what that was. Cool. It says, and the latter especially was a source of puns, considering the Mesopotamian connection and the similarities between Sibyl and Nana. Common etymology between the Galli and much earlier Sumerian priests of Inanna. Hey. This what these people Inanna, huh? They done took that Inanna to the Il Nana.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on now. Known as the Gala. And then what do these people have big parties called? The galas.
Yep.
Welcome to the gala ball.
The galas or the galas.
Galas are, we might well say galas because it's really galas, not galas. Oh man, golly, and they mad at Diddy. Diddy ain't doing what y'all was doing. Because you have an article up here that I kind of looked at, and there's a street in the Heights where I delivered to called Buchamp, but we'll get to that. I'll show you in a little bit. All right, known as Gala, it's plausible, but this is not as yet conclusive.
That's pretty. That's it. What on that one? Let's get the next article. But y'all starting to see. I'm just trying to show y'all where these things originated from. Or you want to read? If you want to bring that one out, you can bring that next one out too.
Just this part of nothing else.
All right.
The cult of Magna Mater arrived in Rome sometime in the 3rd century BCE towards the end of the Second Punic War against Carthage. Mm-hmm. Now, that is very, very important now. Mm-hmm. That's very important. I really want – hey, go ahead, dog.
Let's go to the next one. But y'all see this build on it where I'm trying to show y'all where a lot of this stuff originated from, what they was truly doing, how they was looking at these things, and why do we do these things the same day? And this is why we got to push this truth even harder to have our people come up out of this. We talk about it all the time about eating pork, keeping the Sabbath, all these things. But they are pushing this so hard on our children right now that they're getting blindsided with it. Now our children are just starting to accept it. Oh, it's cool. I ain't worried about it. Yeah, they're right. I'm not into what they're into, but that's my friend. No, you can't even deal with them. Evil communication corrupts good manners. That's the scripture. So where is it? Corinthians, 1-2 Corinthians 15:30, something, if I can think right. But evil communication corrupts good manners. You cannot even hang with them. You cannot even watch them in TikTok videos, Facebook reels, Instagram reels. You can't even on television, none of that. Stay clear away from it, as far away from it as you can. And this is what we need to be teaching our children. Teaching them. Like right out, that's the whole plan, our children. That's right. Too bad. All right, let's get that next article.
All right, did you want that precept of Romans 1 that the elder size drop down?
Yeah. Get that one. Get that one. And then when you get it, don't stop at 27. Read it on through. Read it on through to show them what can happen to them after then.
All right.
You got it already. You want me to read it?
Oh, I'll read it real quick. I was trying to catch up with the comments. I got you. All right. First Corinthians, Romans 1:24, it says, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another.
They just said it's a burn in their lust. They wanted each other so bad they loins on fire for another man. Ain't that sick? Come on.
Crazy. That's a diabolical word. And likewise also
Johnson and Johnson. Go ahead.
Old sausage factory. Look at it. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Not only the ones that's doing those things, but the ones that's sitting idle about and saying, hey, it ain't me. They do what they do. I don't have no problem with it. Marry who you want to marry. The Most High gonna get you too, because you're condoning instead of condemning. Because you're condoning instead of condemning. All right. Appreciate you now. Appreciate you. Let's get get the next article.
All right. Next article up. We got, close out some of these windows. All right, next article up. Let me blow that up one more time. All right, we should be good. Ephesians 4:19, who being past filling have given themselves over to lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. All right, I'm putting the link to the article inside the chat. And there we are. It should go up. All right, here we go. It says Galley. Let me see if it ain't nothing up there. All right. Galley, article by whoever that is. Let's scroll down. Galley. Still back to that. So Galley or Gallus, but Galley is plural, correct? Correct.
Right.
The priest of Cybele, whose worship was introduced at Rome in Phrygia in BC 204. The Galli were, according to an ancient custom, always castrated. Spadanis, semi-maris, semividir, nes. I ain't even saying all that. All right.
Yes, neck feminine. Go ahead.
You got that. All right. I'll tell you, this man was an English major. I did math, so you can have the English. Hey, I just started reading when I came across the Bible. I didn't read. I hated reading before the Bible. And it was seen that impelled by religious fanatism, they performed this operation on themselves. Jeez.
So y'all remember when we read in that word concision in Philippians 3 and 2. That word concision means mutilation. This is what they were doing to themselves back then. So when Paul was writing this, these are the things that he was talking about. So when we read these, again, when we read the Bible, let's not forget that when we read it, we have to understand and put our mindset of what they were talking about back then so we can have a better understanding of the scriptures. So that's when, we just reading it like a novel, just going straight through, it doesn't work. I can talk to a lot of people in Christianity and they say, oh, I done read the Bible 4 or 5 times and you just started last year or you just started a couple years ago. What have you learned from it? Do you really understand it? Bring up and you ask them, well, tell me, what do this mean? Well, see, you don't have to worry about that because Jesus changed all that right there. So don't even worry about it. But once you get into the scriptures and started reading so you can have a better understanding of what they were doing back then, you will see now this is what Paul had to contend with. And the other disciples also. They had to contend with these things. And they had to, and they was teaching their people, look, get away from there. All things are expedient, all things are lawful, mean permissible. It's permissible over here in the US to have man marry another man, woman marry another woman. But those things are not good for you. They are not edifying for you. They are not of the Most High. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Come on.
It says here, and their wild, enthusiastic, and boisterous rites, they resemble the Corybantes, and even went further, in as much as in their fury they mutilated their own bodies.
See that? Go look and see what these people are doing out there. Putting check out the ones. I mean, now they go over there acting like the Canaanites. You see people doing this for fun, big holes in their ears. You see the septum rings, nose rings that they are putting in their nose who identify themselves. Now they say that's how another woman identify another woman as being gay. So you can't even have the ring in your nose anymore if you just wanted to have it for a fashion statement, because now they didn't change that too. All these things they are mutilating, they're doing to themselves. They went to the extreme of really doing sex changes on themselves back then. We think this is something new. It's not. It's not. And you may be able to find articles where women were cutting their breasts off. Now, that's what I wanted to pull up out of there, unless you see something else that you wanted to grab, but we don't have to. We can
go on to the next one.
All right, let's get the next one.
Wisdom of Solomon 14:27, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind.
Changing of kind. Changing of kind. Come on.
Disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness.
Changing of kind. That disorder in marriage means it could be the woman that's in charge, or it could be this marriage that y'all having, calling yourself having. This same one marriage is not supposed to be. It's out of order. It's not a marriage, to be honest with you, because the Most High said a marriage is between a man and a woman. Come on.
All right. Let me get that, bro. This is the article I was telling you about. I don't know how much I could blow this up. Okay. All right. Come here. It says the galley, breaking Roman gender norms. It says here the galley were priests in the cult of goddess Cybele. They may have been devoted specifically to her consort Attis, who had castrated himself in a fit of divine frenzy. On initiation to the cult of the galley, also castrated themselves and afterwards dressed exclusively in women's clothing.
Y'all hear that? Where do y'all think all of this stuff coming from? This is what Paul had to contend with. This is what he was trying to stop, trying to tell all people not to do. And then once we read this 1 Corinthians 11, 1 through 16, after we read all of this, y'all going to get the understanding of what he means. And I'm going to just let it read it on through. Remember what has been shown. And then when y'all get this understanding, I mean, once y'all see what is being shown, you will understand what 1 Corinthians 11 means after we finish with this. But come on.
Gone. They therefore occupy an ambiguous space in Roman notions of gender that many modern transgender and non-binary people have identified with. Altars to Cybele and figures of Attis have been found on Hadrian's wall at both Chester's Romans Fort and Corbridge, which means it is possible that the galley worshipped in Britain. Here, we consider their role in Roman society and literature and investigate their presence in Roman Britain.
I'm gonna muffle it a little bit, but let's see if anything else that we want. But y'all got to understand on that self mutilation again. Read, yeah, just a little bit in this one.
It go back to that same thing we were just reading in the other one. You remember when we were talking about the Carthage? It says, in the 3rd century BC, during Rome's war against Carthage, the cult of Cybele made a dramatic entrance into Rome. Her coat icon and massive black rock was accompanied from Pergamon in modern Turkey by her priest.
This is why I say all these religions, everybody going out here, even the Islamic or Muslim religion, whatever it's called, them Chester, we know what that means. All these religions, man, they are worshiping something other than the Most High. Even in Muslim, we talk about they worship Allah and trying to say our power that we serve and Allah is the same one. No, it's not. Y'all over there kissing on a rock like these galley priests that's dressing in women clothing were doing. Nah, we don't do that over here. Y'all see. Stroll up or stroll to it again. The picture. To the picture.
Shrinking it down.
Oh, okay. Sure. Down
so you can see it better.
Yeah. Right there by the picture, read, you see where it says the gap. Okay, go ahead. Y'all see the dress wear of them. Go back into the thing. I'm gonna show you. Read how they right there where it says the galley differentiated themselves.
All right. It says the galley differentiated themselves from Romans' civic religion through their clothing and behavior. After entering the cults and castrating themselves, the galley wore the clothing and jewelry of a Roman woman. They may have received secondhand clothes and other goods from women in exchange for telling fortunes. There you go. Damn gypsies.
Yep, you see all that, huh? Well, the men was going over there asking them women for their clothes, and I'll tell you your future. That's what's called, but that's what they were doing then. This is where all this stuff derived from. Now let's get to the next one, the last article. The lady named the Cybele or whatever her name is.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, before we go there, this is how I want to show you something, how they put it in our face. And I would have never known this. I will be honest. I would have never known this if you would have never brought this. This right here, Lord Beauchamp. Now, in the Heights, in the 09 zip code, there's a street called Beauchamp. I just want to just point this out. It says Lord Beauchamp Walmer counsel and homosexuality in the 20th century in England. This was going on way back in the 15th century, 14th century. It's been going on. Look at these kids. I'm not gonna read it, but I wanted y'all to see it. It's in the same article. It's inside the chat. But it's crazy because I deliver up and down this street in the Heights. I'm gonna keep saying this because almost everybody in that area is gay.
Wow.
You see how they put it in your face, and I would have never known that street called Beauchamp, and the street right next to it is called Morrison. And on the other side is Houston Avenue. They put it in our face so much. You would never know unless you go and read these. Well, I tell you, that's crazy though. Man, I actually read it when you sent this, so I read the whole thing. I was like, boy, this is crazy, man. Wow. To the next one though, brother.
Wow. I wonder, do they have that street in other cities?
You know, I'm quite sure if it is, it's inside the area of the gay land. I don't know. Oh, off of Heights Boulevard, yeah. Heights Boulevard is something else over there too now. It ain't the same it ain't the same no more. I'm talking about everybody around there riding bikes and twisting. I ain't never seen a man run. Wait. Hey man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I hate delivering over there half the time, man. It's easy to deliver over there, but I hate it. But anyways, all right, here we go, man. Let me get back to it, man. I done got off track a little bit. Slack you on that. All right, blown up. Close this out. All right, where you want me to start on this one?
Let me see. Let me see. Just a little bit explaining who this is. Let me see. Go up. Y'all see that? Sibylle, whatever the name, the mother goddess. Now, Ak brought out about Father's Day. Now, this is some of the things that, about Mother's Day when we started what's called go ahead and start reading wherever it starts at. I think you're gonna start talking about it right there in the beginning.
Hey, you know it's crazy though, because you see that in the scriptures, Israel used to make cakes to as they called the Queen of Heaven, which if you actually look at it, this would be who they actually probably talking about. But I'm just saying speculation. All right. You said, okay, start reading.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. All right, come on. Cybele is a goddess venerated in ancient Phrygia, ancient Greece, and later notably in the Roman Republic. She is often compared to the goddess Rhea and is sometimes called by other names such as Cybele, Agdistis, an Idaean mother, or Maga Mater, Marcia Mathers, meaning great mother. The origins of Cybele can be traced back into the ancient religions of Asia Minor and the Phrygian region in Anatolia in particular. She and the cults that worship her are very interesting for the study of women and society more generally in the ancient Mediterranean for a number of reasons, and not simply because she is a female deity associated with traditional female coded elements like the earth and rebirth. Despite being a female deity, the mysteries of her cults were protected by a priesthood of male eunuchs protected. Hold on. Her coat. Hold on. Did y'all see that?
Yep.
Despite being a female deity, the mysteries of her cults were protected by a priesthood of male eunuchs known as the galley.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you're right, Tubi. The Queen of Heaven. That's who it is.
Yep.
That's who it is. One of the other articles, if you read, we had read further down, I think it stated that the ones they was giving the cakes to and all that. The one that's why we do Mother's Day and all those things. But yeah, that is her.
Want me to keep going, or that's it on that?
Did you go to read to the end of that right there? Where it's stop at Mother Goddess, I think it started. Stop right there.
All right, whose castration connected them to the myth of Cybele's companion's Attis. Cybele's progression from an Anatolian mountain goddess to protector of the Roman state shows how she and the symbolism of feminine power surrounding her was adaptable to multiple societies across time in the ancient world. Inextricably, I ain't got time for that, linked to her, the priesthood of eunuch galley challenge contemporary expectations of gender by transgressing its boundaries in their rights to the mother goddess.
Well, you see, this is what all the men, this is what this stuff derived from. And now you see the men as women had to castrate themselves if they wanted to serve this so-called goddess. Now you see they dressed in women clothing, castrated themselves, grew their hair out like women. Some of them, and then you got some of them the women that was doing these things. They were cutting all their hair off. I had other articles that was going to talk about this also, but I thought it was going to be a little bit too much. But they were shaving all their hair off, and that's why Paul was bringing the things out the way that he brought these things out. To understand it, let's get two quick scriptures, and then we're going to read the 1 Corinthians 11. Let me get 1 Corinthians 14:33, and somebody give me Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 19:29 through 30.
Hey, let me grab this precept real quick since we're talking about the Queen of Heaven, so when we flow right into it.
Okay.
All right, Jeremiah 44:17, it reads, "But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, for then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?" Ooh-wee. Jeez Louise. But we are wicked people, man.
Marriages in disorder, as Tuvia had brought out in the Wisdom of Solomon.
Yep.
Disorder of marriage. You letting the women what's called, and they serving the Queen of Heaven. And a lot of time, a lot of the men follow right behind them, serving these hella days that they have out here, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all these things. All this stuff coming from these other deities, serving these other so-called gods. And most of them coming with homosexuality.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to do after them. Women shaving their heads, all putting different colors in their hair. It's getting ridiculous out here. They say ain't no running your fingers through. No, you rubbing the bald head like you rubbing a dude head. All these things. Rub your head.
God dang.
Let's get her. Let's get 1 Corinthians 14:33. Appreciate the precept, sis.
You said 1 Corinthians 14:33?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what was the other one?
Ecclesiasticus, all right, 19, 29 through 30. Did I have that in there? No.
Nah.
Dang it. I was slipping, bro.
No, actually, 1433 was in there. What
Okay.
happened to it? I had it on my screen. Oh, that was. I guess that was me on that one. Oh, I know what happened. I got it. Don't worry about it. No excuses. All right, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
The Most High ain't is not the author of confusion. So once you start getting confused about this, not knowing what a woman is, not knowing what a man is, calling a cis man or cis male or cis woman or whatever they call it, they making up names for somebody that's a straight man or a straight female. Now you don't give me no name. Give me the name that the Most High gave me. Don't call me this. Whatever you want to call yourself that, because the Most High is not the author of confusion about none of these things. Go ahead with Sirach now.
All right. Sirach 19 and 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So when you see the clothes that he having on, how he laughing, and the way he twisting, you know what he is. You know what he is. Your man should be known by his look. Come on. Let's last scripture. Y'all see the understanding of it. So I'm just gonna let them read this script on through without stopping. So now you can see Corinth, what Paul was talking about when he was going through these things. Let's get it out.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that laugh no more, man. Going off. Brick shower. Hey, man. I can't even do that. Oh, bro.
Nigga holding the soap way up in the air like this, dropping it on purpose.
Oh, no.
Boom! Oh, somebody dropped the soap. Come on.
Whoa! Hey, all right. You want to run through this, or you want me to run through it?
I'm gonna run through it.
All right, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 11 and 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances, as I delivered them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman.
Not Sibylle, come on.
And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one, as if she were shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head, because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man, in the Lord. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of God. Judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given for a covering. But if any man seem to be contentious, We have no such custom, neither the churches of God.
That's it right there. I'm hoping y'all see the understanding of what Paul was talking about now. That's why he was talking about uncover yourself, man. Show yourself to be a man. Women, cover yourself. Now we know how to distinguish between a man and a woman. You shouldn't be walking around here with long flowing hair over you if you are acting like a woman, because we know our people had locks. We know they had long locks. But you was able to tell a man from a woman then. They was not doing this at the time, shaving their face, shaving their beards off, covering themselves up. You couldn't distinguish a man from a woman. So now Paul had to implement something in here. Like, look, if you're a man, uncover yourself when you come before the Most High, before you come into the churches, before you come into so-called the synagogues or wherever we're meeting at. You make sure you have yourself uncovered so we'll know what you are. We know what you are. Women, cover yourselves. You should be with your husband anyway. You should have a husband. And if you're out here you're out here without a husband, something is off. Now, if you're and this is what Paul was dealing with, because men was acting as if they were women, but they didn't have a man beside them. So Paul was like, hold on.
You got caught again. Oh man.
Matrix Reloaded. All right, man. Oh man, god dang. All right. This guy here, man. What is he doing today? He did something today. He did something he wasn't supposed to. God. All right. Yeah, for real. Every time he on the road, there's always something. I don't know what this man got going on. Hey, well, anyways, as we wait for him to come back in and get the roll rolling again, it look like he about to ride back in now. They on his head, boy. They on your head, boy. They on your head, boy. They on your head, boy.
They on me over here, but y'all see, y'all appreciate y'all donation. I'm gonna have to invest in some new equipment. It's shutting. It's getting me. It's getting me. But that's actually what's the class. And bring classes out like this. Go to Sirach 15:15. Well, we're gonna get Sirach 15:15 and we'll shut it down. But we give all praise and honor to the Most High. I'm hoping the message got through, because it's I don't know what's going on. Both times, my Chromebook just shut down. It just shut down. But anyway, Paul was bringing this out because of the confusion and everything that they was having. All that they were having, Paul was bringing. I mean, we'll start to see the understanding that he had at that time. But we give all praise unto the Most High. Can we get Sirach 15:15?
Hey, is that 15:15 or 5:15?
I mean 5:15. My bad.
Okay, con. All right, let me get that up. Let me get that up there. You said 15:15. So we at 5:15, y'all.
5:15. Yeah, 15. Yeah. Salaki sis.
Go ahead, Bon.
And he's watching for sure. It never happened before. The whole screen just blanked out twice. Come on.
Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything, in a great matter or a small.
Do not be ignorant in none of these things, a great matter or small. You see, now they're using a lot of words out here that we don't know. A lot of the acronyms, a lot of all these things. A lot of us that came up to got a little age on us. We can't keep up with these things. So it's good that some of us have young children out here so they can say, hey, what do these letters mean? Why they're putting these out here? Well, tell me what this means. It had one that was SYBAU. And I was okay. And see that? Look, you heard the youngster last, so he know what it meant.
Hey, I'm actually gonna make a beat. I'm gonna make a beat with that. Yo, I already screen recorded. I'm gonna change to an audio file. Yo,
and I was like, man, what? You know, then somebody did a video on it. I found out what it meant. Shut your up. I'm like, okay.
Yes, sir.
See, all these things they're talking about out here, we shouldn't be ignorant of it. We need to know what is being said, especially if it's going against the Most High God. I appreciate y'all for chiming in, brothers. Y'all got something to say? That's the class. The internet was tripping. I'm hoping that message got through today. That's all I can say.
Make sure I mute it. All right. It was a good class. Y'all went in deep, and adding anything would be kind of like, just be repeating what I said throughout the class. So I got not much to say. Good class.
All praise.
Yeah. Final words. Don't grab the honey bun on your bed. Yeah. Don't be getting sparked. That's it.
God, that boy said final words. If there's a honey bun on your bed, just leave it alone. Don't grab it. Hey man, I just want to say great class, man. Great segment. Like the youngster said, nothing to add on to. It was brought out, everything was on point. And all I can say is great job, man. All praise to the Most High. And those that still on here, y'all remember to tune in with our Akim, our family over there, Order of Melchizedek. They are live right about now. So y'all get on there, go support them and keep it going, man. Keep it going. That's it, bro.
All praise and honor to the Most High, Yah and His only begotten Son. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in with us. Like you said, we're gonna I'm gonna do a little bit more diligently on my preparedness and making sure I have everything the way I need to have it. And don't worry, we're gonna have some new equipment over here, so all these things won't happen. But we know how the devil do it. He the controller of the airways. Like I said, it's never happened before. Shut completely down. And I don't have anything extra on this laptop I have here either, or this Chromebook I have here either. But anyway, that's not. But all praise and honor to the Most High, Yah and His only begotten Son. Appreciate y'all for chiming in. May the Most High continue on being with y'all. Like I say, we're going to switch over to Order Melchizedek. Check them out, man. See what they're teaching about today. And may the Most High continue to be with you all. Love y'all indeed and in truth. Most High in Christ bless. Shalom.
Shalom it thou. Shalom it thou. Peace and blessings to you all.
What's up with this chair? I can't come in and hug you. That's what